A very warm welcome to all our viewers as we are learning the use of CATIA software. I urge you to go through our previous videos as it will be helpful in learning different tools which will be used to create different profiles as well. In our previous two videos, we have learned how to construct a pentagon and a hectagon. Pentagon, of course, with 5 sides, hectagon, of course, with 7 sides. So, going one step further, today we are going to learn how to construct an octagon. Octagon is something that has 8 equivalent sides. So let us start off by constructing an octagon. To start off, let us first of all open one of the planes. Today, let us open the ZX plane. So I will click on the ZX plane using the position sketcher option, and then we have OK to press as V and H are in their original forms. So to begin up, as we all know, all the tools have been explained to you in our previous videos. Let us first of all follow the usual procedure that we use to create a pentagon and a hectagon. We will first of all draw one of the polygons, of course, with multiple sides, that is with 8 sides. So let us construct it. Blue line does indicate that it is a horizontal line, and of course the blue line again indicates that it is a vertical line as well. Make sure that the options such as parallelism, perpendicularity don't exist too much. Here we have constructed a polygon which has 8 sides, which necessarily aren't equal at this moment. We also know that every single point has 2 lines passing through it, and this particular diagram occupies some area as well. So it isn't a closed figure, it is something that we need, that is a closed figure. So here we are. We will now try to constrain it. Double click on the constraints dialog box, and then go on one of the line, take your cursor there. The line becomes blue and white. Click there, and here we can see the dimensions coming up. Once the dimensions have come up, double click on the numbers, and you can then edit that by simply clicking 50, as we have chosen to click and use octagon which is of 50 mm side length. Clicking on OK or enter, you can actually find a particular octagon with its PDF diagrams in a link, so you can prefer that. You can have a look at it as well and how then to construct it. Similarly, we will then double clicking on this dimension, then we will make it as 50, and we will now make every single dimension will be made up of 50. In fact, we have just missed out. It is actually 50 and not 0. So here it is. Make sure that you get the dimensions right. Again, double clicking, going here, and then making it 50 as well. To make sure that it is typed 50. Once again, I was about to make another mistake, but this is 50 as well. This is 50 as well. 26.319. Let us make sure that this is even 50 as well. Then this one. Even this one has to be 50 as well. So here it is. We have now constructed a polygon which has all its sides, that is 8 sides of equal length. However, it doesn't constitute an octagon because octagon's certain properties aren't matched here. That is the angle which is between the 2 adjacent sides. We have to know that. However, we know that sum of all angles is 360 degree, and we also knew that in the case of pentagon we divided 360 by 5 because it has 5 sides. In case of hectagon we divided 360 by 7. In case of octagon we will divide 360 by 8 because an octagon has 8 sides. So 360 divided by 8 will be 45 degrees. So we will have to make sure that the angle between 2 consecutive sides or two successive sides is indeed 45 degree. So let us begin up by giving these angles, choosing this line, and the external angle is 45 degree. The internal therefore also will be 45. Double clicking and then 45 and then enter. Similarly, angle between this side and this side will also be 45. Now, why it is over constraint, that is represented by a violet dimension, because this line is already 90 degree, and 45 plus 45 will be indeed 90 degree. So this line doesn't have to be constrained. So we will click here and we will make sure that we get 54 back up on 45 as well. Keep a close eye on all these happenings, by the way. And then we will make sure that we create another angle here. The external angle has to be 45 degree. Here it is. So this is 45 degree, and as you can see, every other side is also now constrained. The reason why these two lines are already vertical, so that makes plenty of sense as well. The entire diagram is now constrained. This is the minimum requirement for an octagon, and now we shall now move this particular figure. However, if we want to mark the center of the octagon, then we will have to use a different command altogether. I will double click on the line and I will now join this particular diagonal present here. Similarly, I will now click on the line again, and now we will join this particular set of lines. You can also indeed join other one as well. Someone can literally bisect this line with this line, this line with this line, and they can mark the center. Now that two lines are intersected, let us mark the center by using the point command. Here we can see both the lines become red once they are selected. So make sure that you bring your cursor in a particular right manner. Now both the lines are red, so it is now that we are in the center. So click on it and the center will be marked. So once the center is marked, these two lines, the diagonals are of no use, so we can delete those lines. And the center point is the most important. So this is the center of our octagon. However, if I try to move this center, the entire diagram doesn't actually move, because this center actually doesn't have any relationship with neither of the sides. So it has to have a relation with at least two sides. So first of all, bringing it back to the original position by pressing Ctrl Z, that is doing it undo. You can also use the undo option, which is present at the bottom as well. So you can use there as well. So let us constrain the point with this line to this point. That is one dimension. That is, use this point with this point, and this is going to be the second dimension. Here we are. Now that the point is constrained, if I move this point, the entire figure moves as well. Here we can see, because it now has a relationship with all the sides as well, and these sides have relationship with the other sides, so this point is constrained. This is how we draw an octagon and to mark its center. Now we are going to learn how to draw an octagon and taking it to the origin. So we simply have to mark this point, select this point, press on the control button on your keyboard, and then go to the origin and mark the center. Here we can see that the center has become red. That is the origin, and the center of this particular diagram also becomes red as well. Once both points are selected, we will go in the geometrical constraints option, which is enabled, and if I click on coincide, here we can see that the entire diagram gets constrained and it's at the origin as well. So this is how you draw an octagon and mark its center, take it to the origin as well. This is the procedure that we are going to learn. We hope that you are enjoying our videos. Do keep in touch, practice all the commands, practice all our sketches that we are giving you, and do go to the description as well, where we have put down different drawings as well. We hope that you are liking it. Join us again next time. Until then, goodbye from me and have a pleasant day as well. Thank you.